America just leaped 2 generations ahead. This isn't just another aircraft. It's a flying computer that sees everything, controls drones, and can strike anywhere on Earth without being detected. The B-2 Spirit? Already outdated. The B-1 Lancer? History. Even the legendary B-52 is stepping aside. And here's the kicker. It costs 1/3 the price of the B-2 while being twice as deadly. Stick around, because what you're about to discover will change everything you thought you knew about air power. Welcome to Jet Insight, where we bring you the most exciting developments in military aviation. Today, we're breaking down exactly why the B-21 Raider isn't just better than other bombers. It makes them completely obsolete, from stealth technology that makes it virtually invisible to a price tag that finally makes sense. This 6th-generation bomber is the future of American air dominance. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why our adversaries are losing sleep over this machine. If you're proud of American innovation and military strength, type "proud" in the comments below. Now let's get into it. Reason 1. The world's first 6th-generation stealth bomber. First things first, the B-21 Raider is officially the world's first 6th-generation stealth bomber. Let that sink in. While other countries are still trying to perfect 5th-generation fighters, America just skipped ahead entirely. This isn't an upgrade. It's a complete revolution. Northrop Grumman built this beast from the ground up, and they're calling it the most sophisticated bomber ever created. The B-2 Spirit was incredible for its time, cutting edge in the 1980s and 90s. But the B-21? It's packed with technology that didn't even exist when the B-2 was designed. We're talking about artificial intelligence, advanced sensor fusion, and stealth capabilities so advanced that experts claim this thing has a radar signature smaller than a bird. Actually, that's selling it short. The exact radar cross-section is classified, but defense analysts believe it's even smaller than the B-2's already tiny signature. And here's what really matters. On September 11th, 2025, the second B-21 took flight. That's not a prototype sitting in a hangar. That's active testing, real progress, real capability. The program is moving forward on schedule and on budget. When was the last time you heard that about a major defense project? The Air Force didn't just want a new bomber. They wanted a game changer. Something that could penetrate the most advanced air defenses that China and Russia could throw at it. Something that could operate in environments where air superiority isn't guaranteed. The B-21 delivers all of that, and more. But being 6th generation means more than just stealth. It means this bomber thinks for itself, connects with other assets, and can even fly missions autonomously. This is the future, and it's already here. Reason 2. Unmatched stealth that makes it invisible. Now let's talk about what really makes the B-21 special. It's stealth. The B-2 Spirit was revolutionary. It could slip past Soviet radar like a ghost, but the B-21 takes that concept and cranks it up to 11. Look at the design. It's a pure flying wing, just like the B-2, but sleeker. The air intakes are so narrow and flush with the body that you barely notice them. Those intakes on the B-2, they were like caverns. Radar loves caverns, but the B-21's intakes are almost organic, blending seamlessly into the wing. That's no accident. It's brilliant engineering. The materials are next level too. Advanced radar-absorbing materials that don't just deflect radar. They absorb it across multiple frequencies. And unlike the B-2, which required constant maintenance to keep its stealth coating intact, the B-21's materials are far more durable. That means more time in the air, less time in the shop. But here's where it gets really interesting. The B-21's engines are designed to minimize both radar and infrared signatures. Higher bypass ratio engines mean cooler exhaust, which makes it harder for heat-seeking missiles to track. The entire aircraft is built around one principle: be invisible. China and Russia have spent billions developing advanced air defense systems. S-400s, S-500s, sophisticated radar networks. The B-21 is designed to laugh at all of it. When this bomber penetrates enemy airspace, they won't see it coming until it's too late. And that's not just theory. The technology has evolved over decades. The B-21 uses Gen 5 plus stealth, which is at least 2 full generations ahead of the B-2's Gen 1 technology. Think about how much computers have improved in 30 years. Now apply that same leap to stealth technology. That's the B-21. Reason 3. A price tag that actually makes sense. Here's something that might shock you. The B-21 Raider costs about $692 million per aircraft. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but here's the thing. The B-2 Spirit costs $2.25 billion each when adjusted for inflation. That means the B-21 costs one-third the price while being far more capable. Let me put that in perspective. The B-2 program was so expensive that Congress cut the order from 132 aircraft down to just 21. 21 bombers to cover the entire globe. That's why the B-21's affordability matters so much. The Air Force plans to buy at least 100 of these aircraft, with some estimates suggesting the fleet could grow to 145 or even 200. Before we dive deeper, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. Over 98% of viewers watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it means a lot to us. So how did Northrop Grumman pull this off? Advanced digital design tools. They reduced the changes needed from the drawing board to a flyable aircraft from 15 to 20% down to just 1%. That's incredible efficiency. They're using proven technologies in new ways rather than reinventing the wheel. The engines are based on the F-35's Pratt & Whitney F-135, which means shared parts and lower costs. The B-21 is being built at the same Plant 42 facility in Palmdale, California, where the B-2 was assembled, but the production process is completely modernized. Augmented reality helps technicians. Robotic systems handle precision tasks. Everything is designed for efficiency. Over the next 30 years, the Air Force estimates spending about $203 billion to develop, purchase, and operate a fleet of at least 100 B-21s. That sounds like a lot, but spread across a century of service and a large fleet, it's actually reasonable, especially when you consider what you're getting: unmatched capability at a sustainable price. And here's the best part. Congress just allocated an additional $4.5 billion in April 2025 to accelerate production. They see the value, they see the need. The B-21 is happening, and it's happening fast. Reason 4. Built for rapid upgrades and future threats. Technology changes fast. A weapon system designed today might be outdated in 10 years. The Pentagon learned that lesson the hard way, but the B-21 was designed from day one to adapt. Open systems architecture. Those 3 words are absolutely critical. It means new technology can be plugged in without redesigning the entire aircraft. Software updates can happen smoothly. New weapons can be integrated seamlessly. The B-21 isn't locked into one configuration. It evolves. Think of it like your smartphone. You don't buy a new phone every time a new app comes out. You just download it. The B-21 works the same way. New sensor technology, install it. Advanced electronic warfare systems, plug them in. Next generation weapons, load them up. The B-2 Spirit, for all its brilliance, was built with 1980s architecture. Upgrading it requires major modifications, time, and enormous expense. That's why it costs so much to keep the B-2 fleet operational. The B-21 avoids that trap entirely. And this isn't just about hardware. The B-21 uses cloud-based digital twin technology. That means every aircraft has a virtual copy that can be tested and updated in a digital environment before any changes hit the real plane. This makes maintenance predictable, reduces downtime, and keeps costs under control. Northrop Grumman and the Air Force demonstrated this system successfully. They migrated B-21 ground systems data to a cloud environment, including the digital twin. This gives maintainers and planners incredible insight into every aircraft's condition and capabilities. The result? The B-21 will remain cutting edge for decades. While adversaries struggle to keep up with today's technology, the B-21 will already be moving on to tomorrow's. That's how you maintain air superiority for generations. Reason 5. Intercontinental reach without refueling. Range matters. A bomber that can't reach its target is useless. The B-21 Raider has an expected range exceeding 5,000 miles. That's intercontinental reach. That means it can launch from bases in the United States, strike targets on the other side of the world, and return home. No need for vulnerable tanker aircraft. No need for forward bases that put personnel at risk. The B-2 Spirit could fly about 6,000 miles on a single tank of fuel, and the B-21's range is believed to be similar or even longer, despite being smaller. How? Efficiency. Those advanced engines sip fuel compared to older designs. The aerodynamic flying wing design cuts through the air with minimal drag. Every detail is optimized for maximum range. This capability changes the strategic calculus completely. An adversary can't simply target nearby airfields and eliminate the bomber threat. The B-21 can operate from the continental United States and still hit targets anywhere on Earth. That's true global reach. Think about the geography of the Pacific. China is thousands of miles from American bases. Traditional aircraft need multiple aerial refuelings to reach critical targets. That creates predictable flight paths and vulnerable moments. The B-21, it can take routes that avoid detection and don't require tanker support in contested areas. Australia looked at this capability and saw incredible value. A B-21 can fly 2,500 miles without refueling while carrying more munitions than an F-35 fighter jet, which maxes out at 930 miles. One B-21 delivers the same striking power as several F-35s, with far greater range and survivability. This is why the Air Force is building its future bomber force around the B-21 and modernized B-52. Long-range strike capability is essential for modern warfare. The B-21 delivers it in the stealthiest package ever created. Reason 6. Nuclear and conventional strike capability. The B-21 isn't just a conventional bomber. It's a critical part of America's nuclear triad: bombers, submarines, and intercontinental ballistic missiles. This aircraft can carry both conventional and nuclear weapons, making it incredibly versatile. For nuclear missions, the B-21 will carry the AGM-181 Long-Range Standoff Cruise Missile. This is a brand new, highly classified weapon that had 4 successful flight tests in 2025 alone. The LRSO is designed to penetrate advanced air defenses and deliver a nuclear warhead with precision. It's stealthy, it's long range, and it's deadly. But nuclear deterrence is just one mission. The B-21 can also carry up to 50,000 pounds of conventional ordnance, precision-guided bombs, bunker busters, standoff missiles. Whatever the mission requires, the B-21 can deliver it. This dual capability means the Air Force doesn't need separate aircraft for different missions. The B-21 handles both. That's efficiency. That's flexibility. That's smart planning. In June 2025, B-2 Spirit bombers struck Iranian nuclear facilities in Operation Midnight Hammer. Those missions demonstrated the value of stealth bombers in real combat. The B-21 will take that capability and multiply it. Longer range, better stealth, more weapons. It's the ultimate strike platform. And here's what really matters. When adversaries know that America can strike anywhere, anytime, with unstoppable force, they think twice before making aggressive moves. That's deterrence in action. The B-21 isn't just about winning wars. It's about preventing them. Reason 7. More than a bomber. A flying command center. Here's where the B-21 really separates itself from every other bomber in history. It's not just a weapons platform. It's a flying command center, a sensor node, and a battle manager all rolled into one. Advanced sensor fusion means the B-21 can collect information from radar, infrared sensors, electronic warfare systems, and other sources, then combine all that data into a single clear picture. It sees the battlefield like no other aircraft can, but it doesn't just collect data, it shares it. The B-21 connects seamlessly with other aircraft, ships, ground forces, and command centers. In a future conflict, a B-21 deep in enemy territory could provide real-time intelligence to fighters engaging enemy aircraft hundreds of miles away. It could coordinate drone strikes. It could jam enemy communications while directing friendly forces. Speaking of drones, the B-21 is designed to control collaborative combat aircraft, loyal wingman drones that fly alongside it. These drones can perform reconnaissance, strike missions, electronic warfare, or even act as decoys. The B-21 acts as their brain, directing their actions and multiplying its own effectiveness. This isn't science fiction. This technology exists right now. The B-21 can even fly autonomously for certain missions using artificial intelligence. It's optionally manned, meaning it can operate with a 2-person crew or fly itself when needed. Think about what that means. A stealth bomber that thinks for itself, controls other aircraft, and processes information faster than any human could. It's not just a bomber, it's a force multiplier. It's a command post that can penetrate enemy airspace and coordinate entire operations from inside contested territory. No other systems designed specifically to counter stealth aircraft. Advanced radar networks, long-range surface-to-air missiles, sophisticated tracking systems. The threat environment is more dangerous than ever. The B-21 was designed specifically for this challenge. Every aspect of the aircraft, from its shape to its materials to its electronic warfare systems, is optimized to survive in contested airspace, where air superiority isn't guaranteed. Those advanced air defense systems, they're built to track conventional aircraft and even older stealth designs. The B-21's Gen 5 Plus stealth technology and sustainment coordination. But the systems are designed to be maintained at operational bases as well. That means less time moving aircraft around and more time with them ready to fly. The digital twin technology plays a huge role here too. Maintainers can see exactly what condition each aircraft is in, predict when components will need replacement, and plan maintenance efficiently. No surprises, no unexpected breakdowns, just reliable capability. For a military that operates globally with ongoing commitments, readiness matters. The B-21 delivers it. Reason 10, top priority. The Air Force wanted a bomber that could be sustained over decades without breaking the bank. They wanted aircraft that are actually available when needed, not stuck in maintenance hangars. Early reports suggest they've succeeded. The B-21 team includes more than 8,000 people from Northrop Grumman, industry partners, and the Air Force, working with over 400 suppliers across 40 states. That national supply chain means parts and expertise are readily available. Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma will handle major bomber in the world can do this. Not Russia's aging Tu-160, not China's H-20, which is still in development and years behind. The B-21 is in a class by itself. Reason 8. Designed to dominate high-threat environments. Modern air defenses are getting scary good. China and Russia have both invested heavily. It can deceive tracking systems. It can operate in electromagnetic environments that would cripple older aircraft. This matters because future conflicts won't look like the wars of the past. America might not have total air superiority from day one. Forward bases might be under threat. Traditional bomber missions might be too risky. The B-21 changes that equation. It can operate effectively even when the skies are contested. The Air Force is focusing specifically on Indo-Pacific operations with the B-21. Officials have stated clearly that this bomber is crucial for a potential conflict with China. That's not warmongering, that's deterrence. When China looks at the B-21, they see a capability they can't counter. That makes them less likely to take aggressive action. And that's the whole point. The best weapon is the one you never have to use because the enemy knows they can't win. Reason 9. Maintainability that keeps it combat ready. The B-2 Spirit is an amazing aircraft, but it's notoriously difficult and expensive to maintain. The stealth coating requires constant attention, specialized facilities, expert technicians, enormous costs. All of that reduces availability and drives up long-term expenses. The B-21 learned from those lessons. Maintainability was designed in from the start, not added as an afterthought. The radar-absorbing materials are more durable and require less frequent maintenance. The open architecture makes repairs and upgrades simpler. Digital tools help maintainers diagnose problems quickly. Long-term affordability renders them far less effective. It operates across multiple spectrums, low radar signature, reduced infrared emissions, electronic countermeasures. It attacks the problem from every angle, but stealth is only part of the solution. The B-21 also features advanced electronic warfare capabilities. It can jam enemy radar,